guys, Hardmark85 here, and it's time for another 19th Legion and South Mississippi Gamer video battle report. In tonight's video battle report, I will be playing my Tau against Hinkle and his Imperial Guard.
Yeah, I decided after Carl had kind of turned his back on the Imperium after being a diehard Imperial Guard player for the past year. He went to the Xeno scum, so I could not handle it anymore. I had to call his little traitorous butt out. He's here today. He's going to die. No question, that's the Emperor is watching out for me. I got the Death Corps Creed here today, going against his little weak Xenos warriors.
Well, you know, as we see it, we are going to come here to this planet that we've been fighting over forever, and we're going to recruit these young troops into our cause for the greater good, and they'll come to see it our way in the end, and that's how it's going to be. So stand by for the army rundown and the mission and a good game between two great armies.
Good luck.
Good luck. Guys, here's what we've got in my Tau force. Now, this is my Tau army that I've just really gotten back into playing. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm kicking the commander here. He's a straight up commander. He's got 2 plasma rifles. He's got 2 shield drones. I gave him early warning override. He's got a multi-tracker. He's got a stimulant injector, which will give him feel no pain. He's got the Pure-Tide Engram Neuro chip, the multi-spectrum sensor suite. He's rocking the Iridium armor for the 2+ save. So he's got interceptor, night vision, supporting fire, and so basically with him, he can give. He's got the 2 chips in him that give him the ability to allow the unit to re-roll their misses and to deny cover saves. Plus, he can designate 1 unit in each turn to have a special rule like Tank Hunter, Monster Hunter, or something like that. So this is a Forge World XV9 battlesuit, and I'm just using them as my commander. Now back here, you'll see my 2 horribly unpainted Riptides. I apologize for that. But, you know, like I said, life has intervened and I've been doing a lot of stuff. So I've got my Riptides, got magnets on the first one. See, everything comes off. But the second one's not that far along. But he's got a much cooler head than the other guy. So for troops, I'm going to be rocking. Oh, and don't forget I have an Ethereal for my commander, my second commander. He'll be joining the 2 Fire Warrior squads. So that's 2 of my troop choices. Then I have 4 Kroot squads. Each one has 10 people in it, and each one of those has a Kroot Hound that'll allow me to outflank and then re-roll if I roll bad on the outflank. I have 2 Pathfinder squads, 8-man each, with pulse carbines and marker lights. And that was our musical interlude. And then I'm rocking 2 broadsides with the missiles, with the high intensity missile pods, which have the missile pods, the smart missiles, and the missile drones. This guy is not complete yet, but like I said, I'm still building. And for my final heavy choice, I have 2 Skyrays that have the smart missile system and disruption pods, plus black sun filters in case we get night fight. So this one's being problematic. I just got this top in off eBay, but I'll have that fixed up before War Games Con. So that's my army.
Alright, Hinkle here, and what we're going to be showing here today is my Imperial Guard army. I'm using Death Corps Creed and the Elijah Jump Troop guys, and they're all being played as Imperial Guard. I just love the way they look. Yeah, Legion, you know, I can't write, read, or spell. Bunch of Met Guard. Each one of these got 2 Melta Gun Squad, Melta Veterans. I've got this Plasma Vet here, Plasma Vet back there. Here I have a Flamer Platoon Squad. I have my regular old company command squad running 4 plasmas. 2 Hydra Flaks. They're going to be squadron up here. I have my Lehman Russ. What else we got back here? Oh, Marva, everyone's favorite. 3 Vendettas. All 3 of them are separate. None of them are tied to each other. These 2 here have troops inside. I put the jump troops in them. Regular standard jump troops with 1 flamer in each. And I gave them all crack grenades just in case I come across something I need to go up and put a love tap on. Everything here is pretty much WYSIWYG with the exception of this tank right here has a multi-laser on it. I lost a magnetic piece for it earlier today, so that's where it was at. Not as fancy sounding as that down there, but you know what? I've killed more than lost with this, so we'll see how it goes.
Alright guys, here's my setup. If I didn't mention when I was going through my army list, I bought the Sky Shield landing pad today. So on the Sky Shield landing pad I have my commander, my ethereal, the broadside squad, and one pathfinder, or one fire warrior squad. I deployed the two riptides over here. I've got a group of fire warriors sitting back behind cover. I've got a pathfinder unit in this building, a pathfinder unit over here, and they were in my deployment zone and I scouted up. And then I have the two sky rays back here in the back. So that was my deployment, and I thought I was going first, and then Hinkle stole the initiative.
Uh-oh.
And then the lights went out right after that. It got dark. Poof! It's like, we stole the initiative! Dark. Oh. So, now let's look at Hinkle's setup.
What was your warlord trait, Carl?
Oh, crap. My warlord trait was the one where is if once in the movement phase, I can declare that any unit that has gone to ground can get back into the fight. You know, basically the same rule. Get back into the game as normal. Shoot, walk, talk, fight, whatever is normal. Once a game. Yeah.
Alright, here's my setup here. Of course, it just made the front line full of nothing but a bunch of mech guards to try to hurry up and move in there to go up against them, though. I'm a little worried about that Sky Shield landing pad because basically all my AP2 Plasma and AP1 Melta. He's still going to roll 4+. Hid my HQ back here in this tank because I don't want him just blowing up and getting a point right off the bat. This has been a setup I've been doing for a while here. Squadron these two up, which they're within 4 inches of each other, putting the Leman Russ in the middle. And putting them behind the Aegis line just to give them kind of a little more survivability, I guess I'm saying. Kind of kept this tank over here. I know he's outflanking a few guys, so I wanted to keep some flamers nearby in case he ended up coming to outflank me, which the crew are probably going to be doing on that side. If he come on the other side, it'd be kind of funny. But that's where we're at right now. I did win initiative, thank goodness, but then the lights went out, so that kind of made it equally as sucky. And my warlord trait that I got for this is the Conqueror of Cities. It's a 1 on the strategic. And basically what it is my HQ and the squad he's attached to is going to have moved through cover and stealth while they are in ruins. So there's a lot of ruins out here, so maybe we'll get lucky and maybe we won't. But there we go.
Alright.
Alright, we kind of had a little bit of successful, just kind of how you look at it. What I did here was we moved everything up, try to get a little closer in the face of the tower because I'm more of a mid-range than him. I immediately fired some plasma at his riptide, ended up getting a wound on him, so that was good. Tons more wounds to go. Fired a whole bunch of these guys here, what little bit could do. I killed like one of his little pathfinders, shot up on the Sky Shield landing pad and killed 2 guys. Everything else was pretty much out of range. Oh, no, I shot over here, this guy behind the ruins, which I forgot about. Shot up at some of your other pathfinders up there on the terrain, and they passed their save. So kind of a boring round. Light fighting kind of does that to IG. So he's about to shoot a lot at me and probably get first blood here in a second. So Emperor, please protect me.
Alright guys, at the end of town turn 1, here's what I did. I moved the Sky Rays out into a flank formation. I kept the Pathfinders set. I jumped the Riptides up. I've got to jump them again because I keep forgetting that. So when it came to shooting, what I did was I shot this Riptide at this tank. I lit it up with marker lights, increased my weapon skill, ballistic skill, and then I hit it and did something to it. What is it, mobilized?
You got a 2 on that one.
Took off
or is
2
that one
hull
immobilized?
points. And
No, that one's immobilized.
And immobilized it.
So we're immobilized.
I shot this one at
this one.
that tank, took a hull point off. I ended up shooting the Sky Rays at the 2 vehicles, and that one is shaken right now. That one made his cover save, so everything was good. Then came the broadsides, and they cracked open this guy, which got those dudes out. And then I shot him with both sets of fire warriors and killed 4 guys.
3 guys.
3 guys. Killed 3 guys, but importantly, I killed 2 of his plasma guys in that mix.
I have all 3 of my plasma guys. Actually, you killed 2 because I killed one myself.
Sweet.
Earlier, overheated.
So that's what we got for my turn 2. I still got to jump these guys, 2d6. So let's see what that's going to do. And 6. All right. So other than that, we're good to go.
All right.
Oh,
What?
and I gave the ethereal, gave everybody within 12 inches feel no pain for the next turn.
Awesome.
All right, we're on round 2 now, and had a little bit of success on this one. I was only going to get half my reserves in this time. Marbo came in, as you see right there in front of you. He hid behind the wall because I was worried about him getting intercepted by the large amount of interception he has on the entire board. So I had to hide him in the corner. Said, well, I'll take out some of his scoring troops. So after that, I was able to get one of my vendettas in that had some troops in it. So I strategically put him in the corner so I could take out one of the Riptides. And I figured he'd shoot at him. So I was going to put him where at least I would have some troops around in there. They'd be somewhat protected.
And he got intercepted.
He did get intercepted. He got a glance shot on him. He rolled a 6, like no tomorrow. I had all these guys here fire on him. Ended up getting 1 wound with him.
Woohoo!
The Vendetta fired on him and didn't do anything at all. So that was very unsuccessful. The quad guns fired on him now, and I thought maybe they got the one. Maybe it was a quad gun. I don't know.
I think it was quad guns.
Okay.
Because you rolled 5 6s.
That's right. 5 6s.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was freaking awesome. So I had these guys move up here, and I issued orders to them on the shot 1, 2, 3, whatever it is. I gave them a whole bunch of shots.
First rank fire, second rank fire.
That's right. Shot a whole bunch of shots at the Riptide. Didn't do a single thing to it. Issued orders to the guys in here to bring it down. I believe I got 2 wounds from this guy here. And then the Meltagun squad here got a wound on him too. He had to roll a whole bunch of feel no pain because he's within 12 inches of his ethereal.
Mm-hmm.
And he ended up failing all of his feel no pains, thank the Emperor. And if you notice, he is gone. He's not there anymore. So that's one less problem I got to worry about. I did fire my Lehman Russ up onto the Sky Shell landing pad and killed, I think, like
1 fire ward.
1 fire ward.
No, 1 drone. I'm sorry.
He kept rolling all of his 4+ involves, thus irritating me further of why the Sky Shell landing pad should be banned from Games Workshop forever. So that was it for this round. I did move this guy over here into the room so I could get my special rule. We'll see. I don't know if it exactly works that way, but I think as long as I'm in ruins is what it said.
Sweet.
So there we go, and here comes more killing.
Okay, on my turn 2, I rolled for my infiltrators and I got 2 crew squads in. I got 1 on the left and 1 on the right. The one on the left came in here mid-board. The one on the right came in behind the Hydras.
Which I can't believe it. I tried to set it up where he couldn't.
And I squeezed in there. So during the shooting phase, I ensured victory by rapid firing the rear of one of his Hydras, which I glanced it to death. And then I moved up the surviving Riptide to here. And I moved the hammerheads up a little bit, and then I broke the commander off from this squad. Came over here. During the shooting phase, I shot Marbo and killed him. I shot marker lights at this vehicle and this vehicle. That vehicle, I didn't do crap. So I shot it with a missile, took its cover save off, and then didn't do nothing. On this one, I shot with the missile squads and totally blew it up 100 times over. So this is the squad that came out right here. I killed 5 of them with the explosion. Those guys are falling back now because they failed their leadership. The Riptide shot at this vehicle, failed to do anything, so I assaulted it. And on the Hammer of Wrath attack, I got a pin. And on the smash attack, I got a pin. So it had 2 results, which basically the vehicle's shaken. And we're off to turn 3.
Let's just say that was probably the most unproductive round that could have been. The only good thing that come out of that was the other Riptide died. I've never in my entire life of playing IG had 3 Vendettas on the board and not killed a single thing. And on top of that, over here in the corner, I took this Lehman Russ and turned around and fired at all these crew and hit more than half of them. And they all passed their cover saves. Every single one of them.
But you killed the Riptide.
Yes I did.
That's a big plan. I didn't even get to overcharge it, not once.
Yeah, that's nice, Minnie Martina. So you tried to butter me up. We're about to go round 4, so it's about to get pretty brutal. That's for you, Steve.
And oh, by the way, he's grabbed the relic here at the end of his movement phase.
Actually, that's the end of my shooting phase, so I don't have it.
Oh, okay. That's right. He ran. All right, and this guy moved up right here.
I tank shocked these guys, and the Tau, being the chickens that they are, ran out of the way.
Yep.
And other than that, I did not do a single thing else. I fired at all of his skimmer tanks in the back and hitting every single one of them. So that's going to be a game changer. But then again, he didn't have a very productive round last round either, so it kind of nullified each one of us. So
Yeah.
we're getting ready to be at the bottom of round 3, so we'll see how it goes.
Okay, bottom of 3. What I did was I moved this over here to try and get a better shot at the Vendetta. I moved the Crude up, and I moved the Pathfinders more into cover. The commander rejoined this unit. These guys. And then I rolled in one more squad of Crude who came in over there behind the Vendetta. So what I did was I shot the marker lights from this squad at this bird and put one wound on one marker light on it. I rapid fired the Crude at it, and I took one whole point off with a glance. Alright, that's sexy. Came over here, shot this at the Vendetta that's right here, and I think I put a whole point on it.
Yep.
And that was that. And then I shot this one. No, what happened was I missed with this one, shot with this one, put a whole point on it, and gave it a shaken result. I kind of screwed the pooch right here. I shot the Crude at this and blew it up on glancing, got them out. The marker lights, I shouldn't have done what I did, which was shoot at these guys who went to ground. I did though, no results. I shot these guys at them, which caused them to go to ground. And then I took all this tank shooting superness and I went after his command tank, and I did poop. I should have really went after the Vendetta. So, I didn't play that very well. That's okay. The red Crude in the back put another wound.
Oh, first whole point on Lehman Russ.
Yeah, put the whole point on the Lehman Russ. So, he's still got to deal with them guys back there. And
I think he has an idea what I'm going to do.
Next turn, he's going to have another group of them back there.
We're at the beginning of round 4, and we had a pretty successful round here. So what I did, we'll start over here on this side. I had all these guys here. I wanted to take out this scoring unit here, so just in case I want to get this objective later here. So I shot them, hoping to dwindle them down and maybe get them to roll leadership. I got them to roll leadership. Of course, they passed. So then I started over here. I had the Vendetta that was right here, disembark these guys, and then embark the other guys that had the relic there. So now I got the relic, and it's over here. And this hover mode Vendetta. I need to make sure, now that I think about that, I want to flat out so it kind of symbolizes that I did that. So then I had these guys and these guys here fire on these Pathfinders to get them to roll leadership. Of course they passed too, but I drew another numbers down. Had this here fire onto his
Skyray.
Skyray, and he passed. I didn't do nothing to him. These guys I just got sitting back here. I don't know why, I just keep forgetting to do something to them every round. This right here, I had them fire on some of the Crude that were back here. Killed neither of them, the actual double 6s. But I had this Vendetta go into hover mode and drop these guys out. And I moved up and flamered a whole bunch of guys here. And then shot at these guys. Got these guys roll leadership, they passed. Killed a couple of these, got them roll leadership, and they passed. Tank shot the Lehman Russ back. They passed their leadership on that as well and moved out the way. So these Crude are freaking awesome at passing their leadership. Other than that, oh, final thing, I shot. You know what? I may have done that wrong. I don't think I can shoot my Lehman Russ after doing a tank shot, can I?
Yeah, you can shoot normal after.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because I didn't earn the movement phase. Shot the Lehman Russ up here on the Sky Shield landing pad. Took out one of his drones and one of his broadsides. Hit dead on target. I hit his commander and his warlord and his big crisis suit. So, but they all passed their saves except for the broadside. So, I'm going to say it was pretty successful. I do have the relic. We'll see how long I keep it.
All right, on my turn 4, bottom 4, what I did was I split the commander off from the broadside, came over here, I dropped back the Skyray. I bought in the other Crude squad way over here in the corner. They came in full 10-man. The funny thing that happened was I took these 2 crude squads through dangerous terrain and killed 3 out of them out of the 8 that were remaining. So this one squad's got 1 guy left. This has got 5 guys left. And that's that. So what basically happened during shooting was we rapid fired this squad, killed 7. These guys shot at that vendetta because what I did was I marker lighted from here. These guys were at 36. I marker lighted right there. I got enough marker lights to shoot 2 missiles off the one Skyray, 1 missile off the other, and I took it out by glancing it to death. It fell to the ground. They did not get pinned, and they didn't lose anybody or nothing like that. Then these crew shot here, and everybody around here basically shot and killed all but 2 of those guys. And these guys tried to shoot a marker light at that vehicle, missed. This vehicle shot at the tank and put a hull point on it.
Yep.
That was it. So turn 4, we're going turn 5.
We'll start on this side of the board here. What I did with these guys here, I had a little group and I'm trying to move them over here to get within 3 inches of the objective, which I am. I doubt I'll be alive to see that. Then fired my vendetta here at his skimmer and didn't do a dang thing to it. While we're still over here too, I fired my Lehman Russ up here, and I actually was pretty successful with that. I took out a bunch of his fire warriors, made a clear path to be able to kill his Ethereal, correct? Mm-hmm. And then I took a bunch of these guys here and here and fired up there. Killed a couple more fire warriors, killed the Ethereal as well. That was a pretty good move there. I took the troops that were back here and finally embarked them on this vendetta. In case we move on around 6 or 7, I'll have a little bit of mobility with this guy here. I didn't do anything with these guys here because I kind of like where they're at. They get a little bit of a cover save and they have the relic here. I backed the Chimera tank up here that had the platoon squad in it full of flamers and just flamed the living crap out of everything over. Killed all these crew with the exception of these 2 that are here. My quad gun shot, killed like 1 or 2. These guys didn't do anything, but I'm here on the objective here. I'm here on the objective here as well. I'm pretty sure he's going to try to move these crew up here to contest that. Not a whole lot I can do about that. Let's move on around 6 or 7. But there we are right now. We're finished with the top of round 5. We're moving on to Carl's bottom of round 5.
All right, on my turn 5, I bought the crew. The crew were falling back, but they were still able to rapid fire, and they killed 1 guy. The other guy was hanging out here, and so the Pathfinders took him out. The commander shot at his command tank with no effect. Actually, I put a
took a whole point.
I put a whole point.
You glanced it.
The 2 crew that were surviving shot at the 4 guys and missed. It was the broadside that put the wound on the tank, I do believe. Yeah.
Shot the vendetta down.
This Skyray skirted around the back of the vendetta, hit it with 2 marker lights, and then hit the rear armor with the smart missiles and knocked it out the sky. Yep. These dudes shot at something, and they shot at the side armor on the command tank and had no effect. So after that, we did all the leaderships and we rolled to end the game, and the game ended on a 2. So it was a good game, and we counted up the score, and as it worked out with straight score, Hinkle got the primary objective, which was slay the relic. I couldn't dislodge them. And then we both got the secondary, which was Tank Hunter or Tank Buster, whatever the thing's called. What's it called? Big Guns Never Tire.
Yeah, Big Guns.
And then I got First Blood and Linebreaker, yep, which ended up with me. So 4 points for Hinkle, 2 points for me. We added up kill points, and we both killed 6 kill points. So both of us killed 6 units. But we still both have a lot on the table, you know, so I mean, it was a good game. It was pretty close all the way through. I don't think anybody ran away with it. So let's get Hinkle on here and see what he has to say.
All right, y'all. Like I said, the Imperial is going to come in and crush the Xeno scum. Imperium 1, Xeno's 0.
Yeah, there's just still a lot of dead Imperial Guard all over the board and some blown up stuff. So
it was a great match. We got all the way down to the end. I mean, if I wouldn't have got the relic, he would have had it. He got the 2 secondary objectives. He had Linebreaker. He had First Blood. Neither one of us killed each other's warlords. I mean, it was dead close the whole time. It was down to killing just 1 or 2 guys left. It ended up being just a 2-point difference in the end. Real good game. We learned a lot. We had to open up the rule book a few times because we've been a little rusty on a few things lately.
I think we put like half the world to sleep on Ustream. So, you know, people are sleeping good tonight because of us.
So y'all bear with it if y'all watching on Ustream and stuff. We put together these Ustream videos not just for like fast competitive play, but it's a learning thing for us and a learning thing for the people viewing as well. That's why we ask people to comment up. I mean, we've had people correct us on rules even because nobody knows everything on this. Let me think they do. But it was a great game. First time I've ever dealt with a Sky Shield landing pad. Very enjoyable to play against. I don't understand how come they don't allow that in tournaments because I think that just is so much fun. Even if you're going against it for an opponent, because it can equally backfire him and him as well. So other than that, it was a very interesting match. I don't think there were a few things I'd have done differently. Maybe go underneath the Sky Shield landing pad to get his objective and get myself the save as well. But other than that, I think I played the best I could have on that. That's probably the biggest mistake I made. What about you, Carl?
I think that I misplayed the crew. I shouldn't have outflanked all 4 of them. You know, I was thinking back to how I used to play in the old edition, was outflank all of them. I should have kept some on the board for A, the sniper ability, and B, I should have infiltrated up and snagged the relic in the first turn. I forgot all about that tactic because when I set up, I was focused on getting the crew into his backfield for Linebreaker. So other than that, I'm not real sure that I played the Riptides as effectively as I could have. You know, but hey, practice, it'll come, you know, and then, but the rest of the game, there were some good things, especially taking out his flyers. I took out 2 of the flyers with rear armor shots, you know, so that worked out pretty good. Marker lights are a must. I still have 2 Pathfinder squads left on the board, you know, so they made it. The broadsides, I think, for me, were probably the MVP. If not the Imperial, one of the 2. Broadsides, what do you think?
What, the broadsides hurt me quite a bit. I would agree with you on that. I was more worried the amount of massive shots they get. It's so much better than they were in the old 4th edition.
You know, I think that they're dependent on marker light support because there are weapon skill 2, so they're hitting on 5s.
Now, one thing I've noticed with all these marker light shots, it's going to give Necron flower armors a run for their money. I don't see how they're going to be nearly as effective against a Tau army built like this. So Necron players, y'all better watch out for the new Tau players. They're going to be bringing y'all in the sky, which I'm happy somebody is. And
take them to the woodshed.
I'm going to have to say my MVP player of the game. I'm going to have to say my Lehman Russ.
I'm going to have to too.
And he was just sitting there from across the board shooting the Sky Shield landing pad all the time. And then right there at the end, that kind of a tie had that Chimera full of platoon flamers, and they just wiped out the entire crew squad.
Yeah, but they were a sleeper. I mean, that's pretty much what they did the whole game. Yeah, so they were just kind of hanging out, and then they were like, oh, we got
I purposely kept them in that corner because I knew you wanted to outflank that corner. Yeah. And I know how to feel like to worry about them objectives, so I was saving them for you to come in, and I knew it was going to come in and flank them. That was the whole reason for me putting them over there with that was 4 outflankers. So that strategy worked out. So y'all remember that, Imperial Guard players. Keep them flamer guys in the back to protect your heavy tanks. The Hydras didn't really do a whole lot this game, but there were no flyers. But I need to be prepared for flyers in case they're there. So I'm tempted to take the Hydras out, maybe put another Lehman Russ in instead. In this match, it would have definitely been more effective, but against a heavy flyer list, it would have been not as effective. So other than that, appreciate all y'all viewing. Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube at South Mississippi Gamers and the 19th Legion. We also both have blog spots and Facebook pages, so like us on there. And we have tons of more things coming. We even in the other room have War Machine players playing right now. So later this week we'll have battle reports up on both of these. So good game, Carl. Until the next call out. Right now Imperium's winning, but I'm pretty sure we'll have this again.
But don't worry, the blue guys are coming back. So we'll see you guys. We're signing off.